So I had an idea. Bro, my body aches. Hopefully week 2 isn't gonna kill me as much as this first week did. To my future self, I hope you continue with all this because I know it does really make you happy. So yeah. Well, hello. I thought it was time for a poll update. If I'm talking softly, it's because it's literally 6 a.m. I haven't quite woken up. I'm gonna be real. So today I'm gonna be basically revising some of my favorite tricks and explain how I went from a baby beginner to an elite pole dancer in literally 3 years. So yeah, today we're gonna talk milestones. Let's get into it. Let me warm up first because pole at 6 a.m. is a whole entire different feeling. I kind of like it though, I'm not gonna lie. I just don't know if I like how cold it is, that's all. The thing is, I've seen this pinned on people who go to the gym, right? Who I haven't actually tested if it'll stay when I go upside down. I'm just gonna chuck a quick inverted straddle into outside leg hang. Let's do a quick little gross jade split. I mean, it's hanging. Oh, it's not a graceful exit. So let's get into it. So I started pole in 2021 and I actually made a video about it. You can go check that out. I was an absolute baby. I had blonde hair, like you saw at the start of the video. Yeah, I've completely grown. Like I feel like a different person in the best way. And I have to thank like 90% of that to pole. I'd say my 2 biggest milestones was definitely graduating from beginner to what we call into prep. I think the key thing would be taking your time. When you join and you see all like the different types of people doing pole, you need to understand that you and your body works completely different to anyone else's. So the way you train and your training journey will look so different to literally every person in that room. But yeah, that was definitely a big milestone. And then before that though, I was a beginner, like a baby beginner, and I entered a comp randomly. I don't know, there was something in me that just said like, you need to just give this a go. Oh my God. Yeah, I literally performed like for the first time. Flatline, scorpion. Oh. You're gonna hear a lot of like skin noises and grunting, but that's fine. In pole, like usually if you are a competitive person, you will enter a competition. I won a sash. We're gonna turn this on spin. You know the good thing about the studio is literally lift this up, twist it, and it becomes static. And you can do it the opposite way and it's spin. Genius. I've been pole dancing since 2021, but there's only a little bit of 2021. So 2022, 23, and 24, I would count as my 3 years, so 3 and a bit years. So my first full year of pole, I definitely would have counted as like the most important year of my life. But yeah, I think like graduating to intermediate, I definitely took my time. You've learnt your foundations, you've learnt how to do things. It's just refining the technique, and intermediate is literally the best level to do that. And I mean, as an example, when you learn to invert and go upside down, you start with just getting both legs on the pole. But when you invert and you straddle, a lot of the time we learn by putting our knees in and then extending out. I feel like in intermediate, I took my time and literally ended up getting straight leg straddles. So really pushing and like knowing how to point my toes and just like, I don't know, like just enjoying pole. A lot of things get easier. It's so hard to talk when you're upside down. I think definitely That was like the highlight of the year, is taking my time, because I set myself up. In 2023, I literally went from intermediate to advanced to elite prep, which is like the step before you become elite. And oh my God, it was such a packed year. I was genuinely so proud of myself. I was training consistently, classes wise, 2 times a week. If you were doing 2 or more classes, you could get free practice time. So whenever I could make it, I would try and go to practice. I would say, oh, do I want to do a Reiko? But now that I've said it, I need to do it. I entered like, I think it was 2 comps. I did another pole addiction and a comp called Adrenaline. Pole addiction, I got the, what was it, Dancing Queen sash, which I was so proud. Oh, there we go. And then we'll do a plus sign. Do I want to go into a butterfly? Yeah. Oh, that felt nice. And with Adrenaline, I entered the dance section and I won first place. I did like a Medusa theme. Medusa, I had like a human prop. She was basically, you know, controlling me. And then in the end, I stole her crown and then I became Medusa. The rate that I graduated each level in this year, I let myself, because I had been patient with myself and because I took my time in 22 to, you know, like graduate from that into prep level to intermediate, I was definitely ready and I was getting a lot of the things in advanced and I was getting it quicker because I had spent my time in the earlier levels. I feel like sometimes people think it's such a race. It's just not the case. I'm gonna turn it to static again. I hated Brass Monkey. To some degree, I still kind of dislike, but it's used a lot in pole. So you kick up, hook, come down, oh, shotgun grip, and then come. So 2024, I'm putting this back on spin. Just like spin more, I don't know what it is. You just look like you're floating. You know, you can do literally like anything and it just looks graceful. This year has been it's been a lot, but I think the universe has just been testing me in different ways. I'll do another back crucifix because I feel like they're just pretty, you know. I started the year with a pole course, a teaching course, which goes into fitness. It goes into anatomy. Took 6 months to do the course. It solidified everything that I wanted to do in terms of a career. Oh my God, why was that a struggle? Pencil. Oh, I got a teaching job. I can say that now. I hadn't signed the contract and I wasn't allowed to say anything, but now I am. So I got basically scouted for a job. And yeah, I'm gonna be teaching pole and I'm gonna be teaching dance again, which I'm so happy about. I did my first big girl comp. I did the dance division and I was so proud of myself. Guys, I did a step up theme, like step up 2 specifically. I did like a little water tray. I was just super proud of myself for even just like stepping on that stage. I started my own pole account on Instagram and everyone's been so supportive. Oh my God. Oh. What else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, so I'm doing that pole addiction comp again. This will be my last, oh my God, I'm so close to the floor. I don't think I'll be able to Aisha out. Oh, she's golden. I think everyone gets to a stage where they just move on from that type of comp scene and get into the bigger comps. Who knows where I'll do like a cute little performance here and there. I'm glad that I can have a studio to teach at and like other studios to teach at, but still have the studio that I am at now. Even though I've progressed to elite level, you're always a student. Like technically it's called elite level, but there's still so much I could be learning. I don't think there's a lot else. If you want to know how to get from a baby beginner to elite in literally just 3 years or 3 and a bit years, I would suggest just taking your time. 3 years is a long time still. I feel like as a generation, We are wanting things like instant gratification. We're wanting it now. Results take time. If you want to progress even like faster, using those lower levels to train harder things works magic. Honestly, let me know if you guys want more pole related content. I know I talked a lot. I think that's the end of the session, even though I didn't do that many moves. I was too busy yapping. But yeah, thanks for watching.